Welcome to another video. Just yesterday, a new model was launched called InternLM-2.5. This model is a successor to the InternLM 2-in-1 models. It is a 7 billion parameter model tailored for practical scenarios. They claim it has outstanding reasoning capabilities and can outperform Llama-3 and Gemma 2.9b, which is quite impressive. The best part about it is that it also has a long context window. They say it is nearly perfect at finding needles in the haystack with a 1M long context, with leading performance on long context tasks like long bench. I think this is one of the first non-fine-tuned models that has a 1 million context window. It's really cool. They also say it is extremely good at tool usage, which is beneficial considering that these models are generally used with multiple other tools like web search and similar applications. Now, let's look at its benchmark performance. In the MMLU benchmark, it beats all the models in its class while also coming very close to the Llama 370B model. In the CMMLU benchmark, it also beats Llama 3, GLM, Yi, and the Llama 370B model, but it couldn't beat Qwen-2 in this benchmark. Then, in the BBH benchmark, it also beats everyone else except Llama 370B, which is a model 10 times larger. In the math benchmark, it shows a massive improvement over all other models by scoring 60.7, while everyone else is below or near 50. So, it's extremely knowledgeable in math, unlike me. In the GSM 8K benchmark, it also beats every other model except Gemma 2 and Llama 370B. In my opinion, Gemma is a really bad model, and I think the creators of Gemma specifically trained their model on benchmark answers, which is why it performs well only in benchmarks. But in real-world scenarios, it fails blatantly. Anyway, in the GPQA benchmark, it also scores the same as Qwen-2, which is also quite impressive. So, overall in the benchmarks, it performs extremely well. But, after seeing Gemma's performance, I'm always quite skeptical about these benchmarks. So, I'll be trying it out myself. The model is now available on Ollama, Hugging Face, and most platforms. There's also a Hugging Face space to try it out. So, let's use that and check it out. As always, I'll be using these questions to test it. These questions range from simple language tasks to coding tasks. The first question is, what is the number that rhymes with the word we use to describe a tall plant? The answer to this should be 3 because it rhymes with tree, or 9 because it rhymes with vine. Let's see if it can answer it. Okay, so it says that tree is a word that rhymes with a number, but it doesn't give the number. I gave it another prompt to provide the exact number, and then it gave the correct answer. So, I'll give it a pass. The next question is, I have 2 apples, then I buy 2 more. I bake a pie with 2 of the apples. After eating half of the pie, how many apples do I have left? The answer to this should be 2. Let's see if it can answer it. Okay, so it cannot answer it correctly. So, this one's a fail. Next question is, Sally is a girl. She has 3 brothers. Each of her brothers has the same 2 sisters. How many sisters does Sally have? The answer to this should be 1. Let's see if it can answer it. Okay, so it cannot answer it correctly either. So, this one's a fail. Next question is, if a regular hexagon has a short diagonal of 64, what is its long diagonal? The answer to this should be 73.9. Let's see if it can answer it. Okay, it does not answer it correctly either. So, this one's also a fail. Now, the next questions are coding-based. The first question in this category is, create an HTML page with a button that explodes confetti when you click it. You can use CSS and JS as well. Let's see if it can make it. Okay, it has given the code. Let's run it and check. Okay, this doesn't work, which is also sad. So, this is also a fail. Next question is, write a Python function that prints the next 20 leap years. Reply with only the function. Let's see if it can do it. Okay, so here's the code that it has generated. Let's run it. Okay, this works fine. So, this one's a pass. The next question is, generate the SVG code for a butterfly. Let's see if it can make it. Okay, here's the code. Let's run it. Okay, this doesn't work either. It's just 2 boxes and nothing else. So, this one's also a fail. Now the next question is, write an HTML page. This HTML page is a landing page for an AI company. They prefer a modern and minimal-looking interface with animations. Let's see if it can do it. Okay, here's the code. Let's run it and check how it looks. Okay, this looks fine. I mean, it does what it was supposed to. So, this one's a pass. Next question is to write a game of life in Python that works in the terminal. Okay, let's send it and check if it works. Okay, here's the code. Let's run it and check. Okay, so it doesn't work as expected. This one's also a fail. Now, here's the final chart. As you can see, it only passes in 3 tests. I don't think it is any better than Qwen-2. It may be on par or better in specific tasks, but for me, I don't think it brings anything new to the table. Instead, the recent Phi 3 mini update that I recently covered is much better because it's almost twice as small and performs identically in most of my use cases. Also, I think most of the benchmarks are being fabricated these days. I believe most of the companies that release these models specifically train their models on benchmark questions, which is actually not what benchmarks were made for. Anyway, overall, I don't think it's a very good model, but it may be good for some specific tasks, like coding, because of its longer 1 million context. I mean, it's quite cool for coding and other such tasks. Let me know if you guys want a co-pilot video with this, because you should be able to chat with your entire codebase locally, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating to my channel through the super thanks option below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.